Welcome to that Double D team. It's your boy DIGA. This is my top 10 favorite comedy TV shows all time. Now, there could be a couple shows I didn't put in my list, but these are my top 10 that I just think hit hard at certain times. Anyway, moving on. My number 10, Martin Lawrence team. That shit was so hilarious back in the day. He played so many characters. Now that I think about it, he was probably the first person, I think, to play so many characters on a TV show. He played Martin, Shanae, his mama, Romy Rome, the little boy. You always seen him like up to his knees. The sensei. He played a lot of characters. These like 7, 8 characters on that show. It was big. He put Tommy, best friends Tommy, Cole, his girlfriend Regina. I had a crush on Regina back in the day. I can't remember her name, but it's the same. It's the mom from My Wife and Kids. Yeah, this is when she was young. You know what I mean? This is like right after House Party, before My Wife and Kids. You know what you got right there.
That's not the bar that Chance references it. Like, damn, Regina, you've been this way since Alpha was Eater. Is he referencing Regina from Martin?
Yeah. Damn, Gina. Yeah, that's how Marty used to bust it. See that? He's never even seen Martin, but he knows a reference from Chance the Rapper. That brought it straight back. That's dope. Because I never even heard that bar before, but I know where it's coming from. But, yeah, that show was dope. He had his girlfriend, Gina, her best friend, Pam. Her and Martin had like a little thing where they would just always diss each other, and he used to bring the ruckus. Like, he would cuss her. Like, call her all kind of dog. Get the stepping. And, like, he always kicks people out. He kicks everybody out his house when he loses the argument or he's upset. And you could be chilling, drinking, watching the game. He'd be like, get the stepping. You have to leave. And his mama, she hated everybody. But his mom was him with a mustache. So it was bad. And she had like a little bad wig on and everything like that. It was crazy. One of the greatest shows when I was growing up.
Yo, that's where he got his idea for Big Mama's house.
Yeah.
Must have been.
Yeah, of course. Martin, that shit was so dope back in the day, man. It had a couple seasons on it. I can't remember how many seasons. I was young. I was probably like 6, 7, 8. That shit was it was gangster.
I don't think he got cancelled though. I think he blew up so much he had to leave the show and start doing other stuff.
Yeah, it was so much going on for Martin at the time. And in fact, I remember it was a little controversy why the show ended. We won't get into all that, but it was a little controversy. Y'all can check that out, do your Googles and all that. But moving on. Number 9, Fresh Prince of BelAir. Now, I can actually remember the very first episode. I remember where I was, how old I was. I remember because it was something so new at that time, because nothing like that has ever been shown on TV. You know, black kid to have his own TV. Will Smith, you know, no college education, but still doing it from the rapping, moved on into the acting, and he crushed it. Like, he really crushed it.
Young black rapper gets his own TV show.
In like the early 90s. That was never heard of. Now,
the MTV rap stage, innit, man?
You know, now you can do that. That's normal, but he paved the way. He kicked that door down. You know? So, you know, we gotta give a big shout out to Will Smith for that one. Fresh Prince, that had classic, I think it was like 7, 8 seasons. Yeah.
Theme song.
Yeah, the theme song alone, like,
that's it.
I remember we went to Wireless and they played the song. They played the theme song from Fresh Prince, and everybody there was spitting the bars. Every bar. You know what? I'm not even gonna get into it. Can you play the beat real quick? I like that. Yeah. Will, Carlton, Hillary, Ashley. Don't forget Carlton.
My man's suing Fortnite at the moment.
Yeah. Is he? Oh yeah.
Apparently. They're using his dance.
If they're using his
character.
Wait, did he create that dance from Fresh Prince?
Where they got the motion from him doing.
Okay,
dance,
but like I understand, like Barry Gordy was like, yeah, do this little dance, and he made the dance up, and Carlton and they call it the Carlton, because we know that dance as the Carlton.
Because at the moment, there's a YouTuber that apparently did them dances that Fortnite have used.
Yeah.
And he used to
Oh yeah. I forgot the kid's name, but it's the little dance. I think the Millie Rock.
Yeah. So he's.
Yeah. So he wants that paper. So basically, Fortnite just give him the damn money, you know, or
Missed
stop.
change anyway. Game of the year.
God of War. I'm gonna get onto that.
Red Dead.
Ooh, yeah. There's a lot of. We're gonna get. That's a whole next list.
Spidey.
You know, it's a whole next list of games for 2008, 2018. Yeah, that was
Films list as well.
gangster. But moving on from my number 9, Fresh Prince, to number 8, In the House. This is a low-key show. LL Cool J, Kim Waynes. I can't remember her name, but she was in Fame. I know she plays Mrs. Huxtable's sister. I know she's Miss Huxtable from The Cosby Show is her sister in real life. I'm bad with names. I'm very bad with names. But that was a dope show. My early years growing up, that come on like Friday nights on like TGIF or some shit like that, or TBS. This is like 90s talk now. But LL Cool J, I think that was his first TV show where he started acting. Now when I say LL Cool J, you think first started acting. Hasn't he always been acting? No, because he used to be a rapper. Remember that now. Like, I'm old school.
Mama said no you.
You know? That's a dope track. But yeah, this was like probably his first real big acting gig at the time before he started doing movies. This was his first show, and this is his baby. And I guess he had like co-producing with it because he was really smashing it back then. But had a lot of classic moments. What was it? Situation that was going on back then. They picked up on it and they would do episodes on it. Like that was because we didn't really have, besides like, you know, Fresh Prince and stuff, that the originators, but bringing it in from another rapper turned actor. Shout out to Will Smith. But you know, they did it again. My number 7, Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Classic. Now, side note, Mr. Cooper, he actually played in the NBA for the Wizards, not the Wizards, the Warriors. He was the first Steph Curry, Mark Curry, in fact. Mark Curry, look it up. He was popping them threes like Steph is now. I think that's just joke, but anyway, he was the first Curry played for the Warriors. But back to the original, Hang Out with Mr. Cooper. Another 90s TV show, TGIF. This was my childhood. Friday nights, the game was fucked. I swear, like right after Hang Out with Mr. Cooper would be like Boy Meets World. So I get to see Topanga right after. So my Fridays was lit. It was litty. Remember Topanga, Rude Boy?
Hearing Kelly from Saved by the Bell.
Kelly Kapowski? Man, even Lisa Turtle was popping, but then like after a while, like she started, I don't know what she was doing. But yeah.
You know, you had a crush on chicks in the 90s like that if you knew the real names.
Yeah.
That's the character names.
Not
like,
just character names, but yeah.
Real names.
Yeah, that was dope back in the day. Was it Jennifer Love Hewitt?
JLH. That's still today.
Yeah. See, I'm getting off course right now. We're talking about 90s chicks now. But yeah, this is 90s comedy for me. But Hanging with Mr. Cooper, it was a dope TV show. Him and he had 2 roommates. I guess it was his house and he rented out for 2 people, and the other one had a daughter, and it was just like a full house, and he was taking on all their drama at the same time, and he already had like his little bachelor pad lifestyle, which was moving nice for him, but you know.
Brightest primary coloured shirts.
Oh
just
man.
Constant.
Man. Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Like that was
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
That was, you remember that? That was the dopest show back in the day.
You said you had it Friday nights.
Yeah.
We got it imported from the US and the UK.
See that?
And we had it like Sunday morning, afternoon.
Wow. Get to relax in bed and watch it type shit. But yeah, that was dope back in the day. Moving on from my number 7 to number 6, the Inbetweeners. This is to me, this is a British classic. I knew nothing not about it until I came back to England, and my boy D, he was like, yo, you have to watch this show. I remember the first episode, it was actually season 2, where
Disco.
yeah, went to the club,
Nightclub.
and he gave him some weed, and his girlfriend threw up in his mouth, or threw up, and she lips him straight after. And my guy was he's on the lean, and he was just pop locking all slow, and he was drooling. He's like, sleepy time, sleepy time. Yo, I was right here. I was actually right where I'm sitting right now. I couldn't breathe. My chest hurt. I was laughing so fucking much that night. That show was hilarious. I even put my mom onto it, and she was like, "You're into this dry humor." She put it on and she watched it. She couldn't believe it. She was just like how I was dying. She was the same exact way. And I was like, you see, fucking around with goddamn British humor. This is probably one of the funniest British shows I've ever seen. It's one of them. There's a couple of them out there, but this is one of them. And this one caught me off guard.
Definitely.
4 kids playing high school students. It was Neil, Will, Simon, and Jay. Jay, he's a habitual liar. He lies about everything.
Completed it, mate.
You know he beat Mayweather, right? You already know. Beat him, mate. But the show's hilarious. They're like nerd-ish.
They're in-betweeners.
Yeah, exactly.
Total geeks. They're not total
popular,
jocks.
but they're
the
in-betweeners.
crowd.
And yeah, it's actually really fun. I suggest you check that show out. That's definitely a show to check out.
Check that out.
Yeah.
About 3 seasons?
About 3 seasons, yeah.
2 films?
Yeah. They did 2 movies. I like the movies. Movies are alright. But it's what the seasons, the episodes is what drew me in, Like there's not much I can't say about Inbetweeners. It's just hilarious. I suggest you check that out, definitely. That was my number 6, Inbetweeners. My number 5. Check me 5. My number 5, In Living Color. Now this was the first sketch comedy show I ever seen. And it started the careers of so many people. So many people came from that show. It was created by Keenen Ivory Wayans. If you don't know who he is I would say he's the leader of the Wayans clan. Not even a family, they're a clan, god damn it. I want to know what their whole dinner was like at the dinner table when there's 15 fucking comedians there and they're all busting joke and hilarious. Anyway, going back to who I was saying, In Living Color, Keenen Ivory Wayans, Damon Wayans, Marlon Wayans, Sean Wayans, Kim Wayans, David Allen Greer, Jim Carrey, Jamie Foxx. Jennifer Lopez came from that show. She was a dancer, the Fly Girl. I feel like I miss Tommy Davidson. That's just 10. That's just 10 people right there. And that was half the cast, if that. There was so many people came from there. They had a sketch on there called Dirty Dozens. That was probably one of my favorite shows. That was probably one of my favorite sketches on there. It was like a Yo Mama competition. And they'll have three people standing there, and they'll be like, I'll take Yo Mama So Fat for 300, y'all. And it goes back and forth like that. They had Handyman, where Damon Wayans played a disabled guy, but he was a superhero who saved lives. It was hilarious at that time. They had what was the other one? Men on Films. Damon Wayans and David Allen Greer were 2 flaming homosexuals discussing movies. This day, you can't do these kind of sketches, but back then, it was flames. It was flaming hot, G. You think you can do something like that? But they weren't but at the same time, they weren't dissing homosexuals. Not at all. It was hilarious because they were so funny. And they just brought that element, just being gay at the same time. It was hilarious. Check it out. In Living Color. What's the other Jim Carrey's character? He did Vanilla Ice sketch on there. He played Fire Marshal Bill. By the end of the sketch, Fire Marshal Bill either blew off his hand, his face, set his body on fire. Something always happened to Fire Marshal Bill. And it was the creepiest shit ever. But it was hilarious. Don't forget Homie the Clown. Because Homie don't play that. There was so many. I can go on for time about all the sketches and the moments from In Living Color. But we got to move on. My number 4, One-on-One. I got into One-on-One about 2002, 3. It held down late years of high school, early years of college and all that. Flex Washington and his daughter. She moved in with her father, from living with her mom half her life and all that, and she just got to know her dad again, who was a successful basketball player at one point, and now he turned sports anchor, because that's what they do when they retire. And yeah, so it's like another show of bachelor man having to switch his whole life up and take his daughter on and, you know, build a life with that. And they had other cast around it. It was really big back in the early 2000s. Yeah, I think a lot of people were watching that, or in my circle who we wrote with and all that. But yeah, moving on. Number 3. Once again, this could have been one of the top 3 for me, but I put it as 3 just because how I gave the list out. Dave Chappelle, Chappelle Show. Chappelle Show. Chappelle Show. Chappelle Show. Oh! Let's start the show. That show was serious. It was the sketch comedy from the 2001, 2-ish to like 05, 6, I want to say. But it was hilarious. That's what me growing up, that was the shit I used to watch, and I was a real big Chappelle fan by then, so I was really onto it. He had so many sketches from Clansby Biggs. I can't remember the guy. Basically, he was a old blind black man who thought he was white, and he was I wouldn't say he was a leader of the Ku Klux Klan, but he was in it, and it was exactly. It's weird, right? There's another one where the dice rolling Olympics. Clickety clack, 7, 7, 7. You a goddamn devil. Oh yeah, the player haters ball. Shout out to Ice-T. I think Ice-T came through for that one. He's a real player at heart. Buck Nasty. Yeah. What more can I say about Buck Nasty's mom that hasn't said about Afghanistan? Has been bombed out and depleted. Like, wow, how can you say that? And it showed like a picture of what was it? What's the bitch's name? O'Donnell. Rosie O'Donnell. It's like she has underwear with dick holes cut in them or some shit like that. Had a picture of Diddy talking about his teeth like a dolphin. They never want to see you shine, but they can see you shining now. That shit was hilarious though. Chappelle Show had a lot of crazy moments. Like those. He also brought in Charlie Murphy. And Charlie Murphy, he shared his experiences on the road with his brother, Eddie. He used to be like, he was security for, there's a Charlie Murphy story out there, like a real Charlie Murphy story where he actually tells his life about how he used to be security for Eddie for a while. Like, he used to just fuck people up. Like, someone walks close to Eddie, he's fucking them up. Like, that's just how he was. But anyway, he had like a little section on Chappelle Show season 2 where he talked about his life. The stories of, with him and Rick James? Classic. Like, Rick James was R.I.P. He was a disrespectful motherfucker. Fuck, yo, couch. Should never gave y'all niggas money. Like, he was very disrespectful. And he said that Dave Chappelle played Rick James' part to a T. Like, the way that Dave Chappelle carries himself in that skit, he said that's exactly how he was in real life. And don't forget the Prince stories. Like, I think that was hilarious. Wow. Tiny Little Prince is a basketball, like, street legend. Just game blouses. And after he beats you, he asks you, do you guys want pancakes? You're like, yeah, pancakes. Bitches. That was probably one of my favorite sketch comedy shows growing up. Like, late when I turned, like, teenager growing up. That was it for me. Chappelle Show, number 3. But moving on, my number 2 favorite comedy show, Married with Children. Now, the reason I put this on my list because when I was younger, I watched it, and then I moved around a lot, and I came to England, and they don't actually have this show over here. But I want to say Park Life. My first Park Life was that 2014, around then. Around 2014, my mom stumbled into a whole collection box set of Married with Children, and she gave it to me, and I ran through it in a week. and it brought back all these old school classic episodes and memories and all that. And his daughter Kelly Bundy, man, she was fire. She's still fire now. Now I think about it. What was she in? Last thing I seen her in, I don't know, but she still looks the same. Like she something going on because she looked the same from 1995, and this is like 2018.
That Paul Rudd effect.
She was, what's the name? The co-anchor, anchorman. Boom.
Christina Applegate.
Christina Applegate. Shout out to my boy D, cause he knows governments and all that. But yeah, Christina Applegate was the daughter, Kelly Bundy, and the mom was Peggy Bundy. Is actually what's her Katie Seagal. Katie Siegel. Yeah. Steven Seagal's sister. Like, that's his sister. She was the mom in Sons of Anarchy, one of the greatest shows.
Married to Kurt Sutter, who created the show.
She married? No, that's Jack's old lady.
Yeah. So you're talking about, isn't it?
No, Jack's mom.
No. Yeah, Jack's mom, Katie Siegel.
Okay, yeah.
Married to Kurt Sutter, real life.
Okay, see that?
Yeah.
The world comes around. It comes together like butt cheeks, y'all. Katie Siegel, Steven Seagal's sister. Steven Seagal, Nico, goddammit.
The chef.
Mark for Death. You know? His sister is married to Kurt Sutter, the writer, the creator of Sons of Anarchy and Mayans. You know what?
Where's my vest?
You're lucky. You are so lucky. My boy hit me up with the vest early today. That's the OG right there. But Married with Children, that was the funniest show. He was a women's shoe salesman. They say there's two people in the world you shouldn't trust. Is car dealers and women's shoe salesmen. Also lawyers. But
foot fetish.
yeah. Funny enough, he actually didn't. But you know what? In that show, he used to always cuss his wife Katie. But like, I always found her attractive. She had the big red hair, the tight clothes, and
overcompensating.
Yeah.
He knows he's the one that's reaching in the
Exactly.
relationship, so he's just putting it down. So she didn't realize. Yeah.
Yo, she was fire back then, and obviously his daughter, Kelly Bundy. He had a son named Bud. Bud was a horn dog. Like, I'm glad I didn't go through puberty like how he did, man. He was trying to smash anything, everything. Like, but moving on.
If I can't get an 8, I'll take 2 4s.
Man, you take 4 8s. No, anyway, moving on. God damn it. That's my number 2, Married with Children. My number 1. Now, my number 3, 2, and 1. They could have went either way, but the way I just dropped them in order. My number 1 is My Wife and Kids. Damon Wayans is on his creation. I heard that show is actually about his family when, at a certain point, like, he was doing his thing. And I kind of see I don't say I see the similarities, but during the seasons of the show, you actually see, like, his actual son come onto the show, his actual brother come onto the show. Some people from the show In Living Color, they came onto the show, so it was a nice paying homage to them at that. But the show was dope. It was about his family, his wife, and his kids. He has a son Junior, daughter Claire, and the baby daughter Katie.
She's fine now, isn't she?
Oh my goodness! There's pictures of Katie. Can you put a picture up for me? There's a picture of Katie floating up there. If it's there, it's there. But if it's not, you have to go find it. But yeah, she's fine now. Claire, she still is the same. That's funny enough. Like, and the kid who plays Junior, he's actually doing work with the Wayans, like not the Wayans brothers, like the younger Wayans. Like, there's so many generations of the Wayans. They're all doing acting or some part in television, creating, writing, producing, doing something, and he's actually working with them, which I think is a smart move because you've been working with their daddy, their uncle, their cousin for like 5, 6, 8 years. So that's a good plug for you. But show's hilarious. There's many moments. There's one he rocked the baldy, obviously. That's where I get mine from. But he took like the little pill to get hair back, and he starts growing hair, but it's not like he just starts growing full hair. It's like like a patch here, a patch there, and he put like a little bow around it. And he won't let no one touch his hair, like and he starts losing his mind after a while because it starts fucking with him. But that's just one of the many classic episodes. What about Calvin? Ain't that like, is that right? Like, the big was it his son Junior's baby mom's dad who's like Debo from Friday ×2. He's just big. He's not really a thinker, but he's a big guy, and he's just, is that right?
Didn't Smart Guy pop up in this?
Oh, no.
Wasn't he the kid that was trying to get on to...
That's, what's that little boy's name? Oh, fucking hell, what's the kid's name? This is gonna fuck with me. Oh my goodness.
It's common, but it sounds a bit posh.
It's gonna fuck with me. Franklin, that's it. I had to pause the video, goddamn, because this was gonna really fuck with me, so I had to get his name correct early. He's grown up now. I heard he's like a bodybuilder or some shit, which is kind of funny because on the show he was like some small little fetus. But shout out to Franklin. But yeah, the wife on this is Tisha Campbell. I couldn't remember her name before, but for some reason it pops up now. She was the girlfriend of Martin Lawrence on Martin's show. But this is when she was young. You feel me? Now she's older. She's like that wine that ages real nice. That's her now, my wife and kids. Back in the day, she was that bottle of Cristal. Just pop. Anyway, moving on from that. But that was my top 10 favorite comedy TV shows. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget my boy JD and the boy D. They got their own, but we obviously know that mine's the best. Like, look at that. Look at my list. Anyway.
To be fair, bro, Joel don't watch a lot of TV.
See that?
So he's combined his comedy and TV list into one. So
right.
If anything, it's me and you really.
Yeah, see that?
In these comedy shows.
See that? That's a little knowledge right there. Y'all didn't know. The boy JD, not really a TV goer like that. Me? Oh, that's like breathing.
Oh, we're gonna make him one of us though.
Oh yeah, we're gonna bring him to the dark side. But that's my top 10. Like, share, subscribe. Check out the boys on their videos. Holla at your boy. Peace.